All right. First Comics News is here. We are at LA Comic Con. I am Francis Guy.
I'm Jasa Evermore.
And we are here with Wild Magic Workshop. We just walked around the exhibit floor and it caught our eye. Tell us who you are.
My name is Leanne.
I'm Daniel.
All right. And what was the inspiration for the for what we got here? We got looks like a lot of D&D themed kind of merchandise.
So I started making scented candles quite a while ago when we were living in a apartment that smelled kind of musty. So we were going through a lot of different scented candles, and I started making them myself. Had a lot of fun, and then a few years ago for a friend's birthday, I actually made her a custom candle based on her D&D character, and I had so much fun coming up with that scent. I was like, well, what if that was a whole thing? And so we have the Player's Handbook character class line as our main line, and then we have some spell book stuff, and then we dabble in other stuff like our K-pop Demon Hunters collection, which is out right now.
Sorry. So with the K-pop Demon Hunters collection, has that caught a lot of eye? Because I know we got the roomy hair going right now. Has that been a big eye catcher right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's been very popular. We've run out of several of the products a couple times. Like, we live very close to here, luckily, so I go home at night and I make more of them. Don't sleep a lot, but I'm doing a stamp rally as well with another artist here, and so there's a very cute little derpy tiger print that we're giving away for that, and it's been very popular, so I'm really happy.
What does inspire, especially with D&D, what makes you think, all right, this scent looks perfect for like Vecna or whatnot?
I mean, it's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of things that I had an immediate idea for. So the Player's Handbook was the first collection that I made, and I went in the order that the classes were released, and so like Wizard was one of the first ones, and I was like, well, it has to smell like old books. That was actually shockingly difficult to achieve. It took me, I think, 10 different tries. I ended up doing research on
It was the 11th that we finally landed.
Yeah, I was doing research on the molecular structure of decomposing paper.
What makes old books smell like that? And it turns out, as they break down, they release a chemical that is actually also found in vanilla. So vanilla is one of the elements in Wizard, just because that's what makes it smell like old books.
But also a bunch of other stuff.
Also lots of other stuff. But yeah, it's a long brainstorming process. We talk through the scents. Leanne does an incredible job of, adjusting the levels of different things and taking one out and adding a different thing in until it lands at something that we both think is appropriate to the class.
Yes, my number one sniff tester here. Also, shout out to our next door neighbors who I text them all the time. I'm like, can you smell candles for me?
That's amazing.
At first, oh guys, I'm so sorry, guys, if it comes out really bad. Or if I'm trial and error, guys, I'm so sorry.
Well, Daniel gets the first smell, so the bad smells
I have to make
are
sure it's not
first.
terrible,
Yeah.
and then we can take it to strangers.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Do you guys have a personal favorite of yours of the the D&D collection or your K-pop Demon Hunter selection?
My favorite from the character collection is the Cleric candle. It's just a really bright herby scent, very natural and clean and fresh. I feel like it's a spa day kind of candle, so that's my favorite.
I love Druid. I'm an outdoorsy person, and that one just smells like walking through the forest. It's very satisfying.
And it's probably an obvious question, but do you guys play?
No, never heard of it.
I saw this movie. I thought, it'd be great.
No, we play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and you've got to get your inspiration from somewhere, and it's an endless source of inspiration for me.
Yeah, we honestly, most of our social life is just playing D&D at this point.
You got to schedule your social life.
You have to find a reliable, reoccurring way to see friends. D&D is great for that.
So, what are your characters?
Which one? I have, actually, this is going to be public. I can't talk about Lily's backstory because it hasn't come out in the campaign yet. I'm playing like a siren bard lock right now, which has been a really fun one. She's kind of very ditzy, but also very murderous when people are mean.
I am just DMing most of the time. I guess I have a monk in one campaign that we play like 3 or 4 times a year. Otherwise, it's NPCs.
We just wrapped up a non-D&D campaign though, where he was a dog in a mech suit.
Yes, it was fun to be a dog in a giant mech suit.
Yeah, what's it? I think Rick and Morty had an episode of that, right? That the dog in the mech suit.
Yeah. Well, Ruff wasn't trying to kill him.
No,
We're trying to rule the world.
He was an angsty teenager.
Yeah. As a lot of dogs are. I have a Chihuahua, so I know.
Oh. Just so vicious and also so terrifying.
Yes. And we also have, looks like, Jason, what do we got over here?
So we got cards, hair ties or hair bows, and dice bag, keychains, and jewelry. Do you make the jewelry too?
I do also make the jewelry.
In the hand stamp bracelets?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Microphone. Yes. Hello. The jewelry is polymer clay, and then it's resin on it as well. I source the charms from elsewhere, though I'm hoping to eventually be able to design and make my own. I don't have a laser cutter yet, though, so someday. These are all hand stamped, so they're a little bit wonky, but I feel like that adds to the charm. And I design the cards and make them on my Cricut. I hand sew the dice bags and the hair ties. The dice here are actually the only things on the table that are not made by me.
So you're just busy.
I have the kind of ADHD where I like to do crafting and all kinds of crafting, or I get very bored.
That's fair. That's so fair. So you have K-pop Demon Hunters. What are some other fandoms or like you would want to do in the future?
So, I have done a few. Last month we were at Strategicon Gateway, which is a tabletop gaming convention, and I wanted to do some non-D&D games for that. I have a couple of them here that were left over from that. I have Battle Mech from the Battletech game, which is my only candle that has the motor oil fragrance oil in it. And then it's actually pretty good. It was very popular. And then Astral Sea was kind of supposed to be Pathfinder, but Astral Plane didn't sound as good as Astral Sea. And then I had one for Warhammer that was a Space Marine scent, which was also pretty popular there.
We have been talking about doing scents based on the Hades video game.
Yeah, we love
please.
I saw Jason's eyes go.
Please.
I just I wanted all of the different levels, like the different, on your way all the way to Target.
Whoop.
Okay.
We'll fix it in post. Okay.
That sounds fun though.
Yeah,
Get your favorite video games in there and everything. Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to come up with new scents. I arguably have too many scents because I do seasonal scents as well I do markets that are not necessarily nerdy related. So having things that are more typical, nice seasonal scents have been a mainstay for me as well.
Okay. Also, where can we find you guys online or?
So I'm Wild Magic Workshop on Instagram, on TikTok, although I don't post on there as much as I should.
Same.
www.wildmagicworkshop.com. I have an Etsy shop currently as well, but I'm working on getting my actual web store, my own personal web store up and running, hopefully soon.
Okay. And so for the most part online and also at like conventions or like marketplaces?
This is actually my first convention I've done, large scale. I did Strategicon, but this is my first artist alley I've ever done. It's been so much fun watching all the cosplays walk by, so I'm hoping to do more. But until then, if you check out my Instagram and my website, I always post about the events that I'm going to be at.
Just lots of local markets around Southern California.
Yeah, a lot of stuff up in the valley because that's where we live.
Oh, very cool. Well, thank you guys for taking the time. Once again,
thanks so much.
First Comics News, Francis Guy, Jason Evermore.
Evermore.
And this is Wild Magic Workshop, so please check them out online. Thank you again for giving us the time. Thank you.